Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Run with a second-year man. That's Ramondre Stevenson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. That's complete to John Ross.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The center receiver in motion to the right. Throwing, Jones.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Pats at the line, ready to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Stevenson gets it again on second down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Ramondre Stevenson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Pats get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Back to throw, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb. The ball comes out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And that'll be complete to Stevenson.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Jones.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now this looks like a roughing call.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Even for a guy who many believe has become the standard in the league, Myles Garrett's 2021 was special. 16 sacks set a team record and were 3rd in the NFL, and he made first-team All-Pro to the surprise of no one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt.
Folks, kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
The Browns did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got room.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. All runs on this drive so
far. It's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The slot man in motion right. And Chubb will try the middle here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone. And
in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
The throw out to Ross. He's got it.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They set up the screen to Chubb.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Faking the give. Now Watson on the move to his left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
They go up the middle with Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Chubb on the counter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
In motion is Grant. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson going to keep it himself.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Pats will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Rolling to his right. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The tight end Henry here in motion. Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Stevenson.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Stevenson.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Oh, now a running play here with Smith.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Watson now to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cooper will come in motion right. On 1st down, it's Watson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his 1st read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now it's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Out of the gun, Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Jones, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
On the counter, it's Stevenson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Jones throwing on 4th down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
And it didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They run it again with Chubb. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw, Watson.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Davion Taylor. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays
to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. Up the middle, it's Chubb. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. York able to send this one through. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Patriots. 56 yards. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On fourth down, Jones right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
8 yards to go on second down.
Now Watson, his first throw of OT. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's a win here for the Cleveland Browns, and it's thanks in large part to the play of the quarterback, Charles. And that's